friends, today we will be starting our first video for the class 9 standard CBSE NCRT, that is falling under the first unit of units of computer science. Under that unit the first chapter is computer science overview. Let us quickly take what are our major objectives of this video. Today we are going to cover first and foremost what is computer, that is we will look after the definition of computer. Then we will see what is the working of computer system, how computer system works. Later on we will see what are the characteristics of computer system. Then we will go ahead and proceed to see what are advantages and disadvantages of computers. And finally, at last in the video we will see what are the basic components of your computer system. These are our topics that we are going to cover in our today's video. So without much wasting of time, let us start the video. Do you know what is the full form of computer, or what is the definition of computer? First of all, what is the definition of computer? A computer is an electronic device. Many times when we ask computer definition, students say it is a machine. Even in grade 9, students are not able to define it as properly as an electronic device. They say, ma'am, it is a machine. Machine and electronic device, what is difference between these two terms? Machine is different and electronic gadget is different. Machine can be even a small toy, a toy which you use to play, make small kids play, a small four wheel or a small any other toy is also a machine. But computer is not a machine. Machine is different and an electronic component is different. So don't use word called machine. Computer is not a machine, it's an electronic device which accepts raw data from the user, which we call as input. Then later on it further goes to the processing part, and at last that processing part completes it into the final output called output. This is the definition of computer. Computer accepts the raw data, it goes into the processing unit, which will be collectively called as the set of instructions or program, and at last we get the processed result on the monitor screen, that is your output screen. Then there is another definition, you can define it in another way also, or we can say it is a combination of many peripheral devices, secondary memory, CPU, and etc. Or other way you can say it is a combination of hardware and software. What is hardware, what is software, we will cover them in the forthcoming chapter. Even the memory will be coming in the forthcoming chapter, so we will not waste our time right now here. They are coming in the forthcoming chapters. What is the full form of computer? Anybody knows that even computer has its full form also? Many might be surprised also that computer word has its full form also. It stands for Common Operating Machine, purposely used for the technical and educational research. This is what the full form is. Computer has its own full form, and it is derived from the Latin word called computere, which means you can use it for counting or calculation. We have derived this word from the Latin word. On what fundamental your computer works? As it was written in the definition, computer receives the data which is in the input form. We say this is your data. Data is always in the raw form. What is data, or what is the raw form? Raw means something which is not properly organized. Although it is correct, I am not saying it is wrong, but it is not systematically organized. We have not properly organized it. For example, right now when my video is going on, if you have a pen and a paper in your hand, and if you are noting down my points in your rough notebook, whatever I am telling, and simultaneously if you are making your points in your own way, that is your raw data. And by the end of the period, when you will properly note down in your notebook, when it will be systematically written in the notebook, that time when it will be written in your notebook, it will become your information. So that is difference between data and information. Data is always in the raw form and information is always in the processed form. On this principle, simply your computer works. User will give the data, that is your input, and from input it will go ahead to the processing unit. Data is coming from input device, it moves to here CPU, which is your processing unit. Processing unit is your CPU. From there it goes to the storage device. Which one is your storage device? Your storage device is your both primary memory as well as secondary memory. From there it goes back to your output device. Output device is which one? Your output device will be your monitor screen. On the monitor screen you can see your processed data. On this fundamental your computer works, that is your IPO cycle, which we call it as input processing output. This is the same thing what we were discussing backside has been given in a detailed manner. Input device is there, then you have your storage unit over here. Next is what are the advantages of computer or what are the characteristics of computer. The first characteristics of computer or first advantage of computer is your high speed. We human beings are not able to calculate so much efficiently or so much speed way. What is the speed of computer? The speed of the computer is measured in terms of megahertz or gigahertz. The speed of the computer is, unit of the computer is gigahertz and megahertz. Our normal computers are measured in hertz, and our supercomputers, which are used in your weather forecasting, space research, where the supercomputers are there, their unit is always in terms of gigahertz. The second point written is accuracy. What is accuracy rate of the computer? Accuracy rate of computer is 100%. If user gives accurate input, output will be definitely 100% correct. But there is one term written over here, that is your GIGO. You can see in the screen there is a word called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. What is that GIGO? If user gives incorrect input, 100% output will also be wrong. That is, if I was expecting a calculation of 15 into 15, by mistake instead of typing 15 I ended up typing 16, then what will happen? Definitely my answer will also come wrong because I gave wrong output. So one case where computer will fail is if input goes wrong, output will be wrong. That is called as garbage in, garbage out. You gave garbage input data, so computer gave garbage output. Next topic is diligence. What does a diligence means? There is no tiredness at all. We human beings after a certain point of time get tired, but computers do not get tired at all. They will never say I am tired. Our face shows the expressions that we are tired, but on computer there is no such case at all. Computer keeps on working for hours and hours. Next is high storage capacity. We do not remember everything at all. A teacher is teaching in a classroom for 45 minutes. From that, we end up remembering certain things we forget, and we end up forgetting certain things. That is not accepted. But for the computer, this is not the scenario. Computer will remember everything permanently. This video which I am making right now will be there for computer over the years and years unless somebody deletes it. But what happens with us? What teacher teaches, we forget. Certain memories are out of our mind after certain time. That is how computer differentiates. Next point given is versatility. What is versatility? Versatility means the capacity to do all kind of work with 100% efficiency. Computer is excellent in everything. animations computer is able to do, computer is able to do calculations, whether it is word processing, typing part, video making, gaming, what not. Even today computer is able to do artificial intelligence, but we are not so, we are not versatile. As a computer teacher I can teach computer, but somebody asks me to teach SST, I will fail. You also have your own excellence in every field. Everybody has excellence in one or two things, but not everywhere. But with computer there is nothing like that. Computer can do everything. Last point is reduction in the paperwork. Of course, a thumb size microchip, what we called as SD card, that thumb size SD card can store lot more than what our bulk size brain can store. So there is of course a lot of paper reduction work. This textbook which we are teaching, comprising of 200 plus pages, the same 200 plus page textbook can be converted into a thumb size SD card. So there is a lot of reduction in the paperwork due to computers. Of course there are some disadvantages also. We have stopped thinking at all. I know computer will give me solution for everything. Wherever I will stop, I will open my Google and I will take the help of Google. So we have become pathetic. We have stopped thinking at all. Wherever we face the problem, of course Google is there. So we have stopped thinking. Next is, we are getting addicted to computers in any form. Somebody is addicted to games, somebody is addicted to social networking, or somebody else. So we are getting addicted to device. Next, lack of conversation. Face to face communication has reduced a lot. Next, physical activity has reduced a lot. Another disadvantage, viruses are spreading and causing lot of damages to the device. As computer can store bulk of data, that is a plus point, but at the same time the disadvantage is a small virus entered in the computer, it also simultaneously deletes everything stored in the computer. Another point is spams. Of course there are people doing fraud in every sector, whether it is monetarily stealing money or taking your, next point as written, privacy violations. Today we are asked to give our personal identities in the form of PAN cards, Aadhaar card, everything. Wherever we use online transactions, what we provide, the hackers, they misuse our privacy data. So that is also another disadvantage. Next, very important, it is causing harm to our environment. How it is causing? The chip, that any small chip which is damaged, suppose SD card or a computer chip which is no longer useful, when we throw it out, it is not getting disposed on its own. There are certain recyclable items in the nature which gets decomposed on its own, but with the computer chips it is not so. They are not getting decomposed on their own. They are causing lot of harms because of the radiations and another things. There is long procedure to decompose them, so they are causing lot of damage in our environment. And then lastly, very important, it is causing lot of health risk to us. Mobile radiations coming are causing damage to the eyes. Sitting continuously like this in front of mobile camera causes back pain. Then your elbows, arms, these are the major body parts, they causes long term damage. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see few more videos ahead.